Hey everyone, my name is Machine Gun Hunt and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to talk about, again, something a little bit different. Something that's happened about maybe around a week ago as this video being recorded. I'm going to talk about something random. United Airlines. Now, recently United Airlines has gotten into some flack for simply because they have done something, in my opinion, absolutely horrible to this family. And if you guys are aware of my Twitter account, I guess you could check it out, link in the description box. Well, just look up Twitter at UpYourHunt97, pretty easy to find. You probably are familiar with my pure and utter hatred towards United Airlines. Basically, I'm comparing them to Shinra, so let's leave it at that. So the purpose of this video is to just simply explain what United Airlines is, what they do, and why you shouldn't ride with them at all. Okay, now just before I get started, I just want to let you guys know I have had some experience flying. Like, I've flown like maybe 4 or 5 times in my lifetime. So I have been through several airlines, at least 2 or 3. So fortunately, I have not flown United at all. So thank goodness for that. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of different sources of United Airlines. And of course, some of these sources are biased, but we will get into some other ones that are not biased, and we will look into some stuff. All right. So first off right here, 16 reasons why United sucks. I know it's pretty biased, of course, but this comes from someone who has flown like basically a whole bunch throughout their lifetimes. You know, they moved to Sweden, and then they take American Airlines and One World Alliance. So they even have flown a lot throughout their entire lifetime. So they have personal experience with several airlines that they have taken. So basically what's going on with him is, or them, I'm not sure, honestly, sorry about that, is that they had to have fly United because he wanted to keep his membership in order to keep his prestige class. So he explains throughout the few months of the year that he has top service had made him depressed. So their top services. This is their top service, mind you. Okay, so he had flown in their top service while it's flying United. Okay, so let's look at the top 16 stuff here. Number 1, they seem to have a reputation of losing children here, and it looks like there might be a link below. Parents of 10-year-old girl accused airlines of losing their daughter and not being concerned about it. And the sad thing is, I actually have, before I made this video, I've read up on a few cases of these. Phoebe was flying alone in San Francisco, Traverse City. You've probably seen this before, a family is flying their kid home, and what they do is they have someone that picks them up, and they're responsible for their safety and stuff like that. You've probably seen it like movies before. So according to the family was shocked to find out not only there is a third-party unaccompanied minor service that escorts the children, but its representative simply forgotten to show up for Phoebe. I can't say that name. It took roughly an hour to locate the girl after discovering she was missing. Apparently, when the flight landed, she asked the flight attendants for help, but they told her they were busy and she needed to wait. She also asked thrice to access of a phone call to call her parents, but allegedly also told her to wait. Now, this right here actually is very unacceptable behavior right here, because with lots of businesses and companies, there is this law / code that happens with if there's a missing child. If you're in retail, you're very familiar with this. It's Code Adam. As soon as you find a missing child, you need to contact authorities or try to find the parents immediately as soon as you find a missing child. Now, I work at retail, so something like this could happen. Fortunately for me, I haven't really witness anything like that. If a Code Adam is called, it's usually 5 minutes later they'll find the parent in the store. But sometimes there will be times where like the parents are looking for them, yet they just can't find them, or the parents simply are so busy that they don't realize that the kid is like missing or something like that. This actually happened to my brother where we left and we realized that once we got home, Steven wasn't around because we had like several cars with us. So he was left in a certain building. Fortunately, he was all right. So a lot of times, sometimes these cases, it can make it so that like you have certain points where if they were to get lost, they'll probably never be seen again. So especially something as busy as an airport or an airline, that could be extremely dangerous if the airline has had them waiting for like an hour or two, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I find this totally unacceptable right here. They have other statements. United isn't the only airline to get this. Delta, obviously, we want it to be fair. Delta has done this. Southwest Airlines has done this. This happens all the time, but unfortunately, United Airlines has happened to them several times throughout their lifetime. In fact, they're probably the most notorious of losing children. So that is definitely a really big issue right there. Alright, so that's like number one. We'll go through some other stuff here. Number two, they kick service dogs. Now, this was all over the news right here. I actually heard about this. And there was actually a big debacle about United a few years ago because of certain things that were happening. Disabled vet says employees kicked his service dog, asked him if he was I can't say that on YouTube, but yeah. So apparently, United has a reputation of jerks going on in the company, and apparently they have caused a whole bunch of ridiculousness. I remember like maybe a year ago, there was a blind passenger with a service dog, and United employees were like yelling at him to like, "Hey, we're gonna kick you out because you have a dog," but it's unacceptable because according to a lot of laws that it's completely okay for him to have a service dog with him. He and the dog was all calm and stuff like that, which is stupid. The founder of a group that places service dogs with disabled vets, he went through a 48-hour ordeal in Washington, D.C. when with United Airlines employees kicking his service dog twice, but one staffer actually insulted him in public. And then it shows a YouTube video. I'm not going to show the video. You guys are free to look it up. In fact, I'm probably going to put a couple of sources in the video description. Oh my gosh. So they allegedly did a light kick to the dog's ribcage. Golly, man. What a terrible people. Rather than cause a scene, Jim's just let the incident go. Okay. His flight was delayed and ultimately canceled because of mechanical delays. I mean, that sucks. On the secretary of the airport, he had originally intended to spend a short time making the connection with the flight. Well, yeah, I hope so, because you want to spend as short time as possible in the airport with a dog, so you want to keep that in mind. I kicked her so hard in the ribcage, she flew into my... Golly. Why? He said, what the frick, man? The only thing that was worse is when Jim, who suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and has a traumatic brain injury, had difficulty reading a confirmation email on his phone and asked United representative to assist him. He said, just read it. And I said, sir, I can't read it. He said, I have a brain injury and PTSD. I'm disabled vet. This is my second night here. I need help. Golly, what a bunch... And you know what's bad about this? The problem is the employees have a reputation of being bad in United, and they just simply do not care for their customers. And that's just so dumb. They break guitars. This happens all the time with airports, but apparently United has done this before. United is so bad, pilots will tell you their continental crew. It's not so subtle way of telling you they aren't a part of this mess. United doesn't respond to customer services requested on Twitter. Now, I have tested this. I pretended to be a customer, which you probably shouldn't do, but they haven't responded yet. I just gave a random complaint about the food or whatever, When you call customer service, they get some guy from India who has no idea what they're talking about. Now, of course, he made himself clear that it doesn't matter where the customer service comes from, but it has to be quality customer service. Okay, again, I've done retail, I've done work for companies that are all about customer service. You got to know your crap in order to service the customer. Okay, that's just a big thing, especially dealing with phones and stuff like that. Their planes are old and ugly. Now, this is actually interesting because the thing about United is they actually merged with another company that made it so they had more funding. And what's interesting is they hadn't upgraded their airplanes. In fact, they have done some things where the food is just a joke, right? And they even reduced the seating for the airplane itself, which is really interesting because even though they've gotten more money with their merger, they haven't upgraded the planes themselves. So it's definitely an interesting perspective right there. They have the worst on-time status in major airlines. This is well known. I have an associate or friend who flies all the time. He's a frequent flyer, and he hates United because the airlines just have a terrible on-time status. They lose the most bags. This is well known with United. If you don't want to lose your bags, don't fly United. That's just simply the case there. Onboard meals are a joke. I understand economy meals are never good, but I'm paying $10 for something. I like to be at least mildly edible. Their snack boxes are not. At least I can get a sandwich on other airlines. The bad and free cheese sandwich I got from Kotoa Airlines was better, and you can get and what you get on Fed on United. So take that as you may. This is probably the most craziest thing right here. There are no upgrades, even when you offer money. With his flight to Sweden, business class had only 3 people in it. I asked if there were any elite upgrades, and they said no. I asked if I could purchase an upgrade, having heard the guy in front of me ask, and got an affirmation response. And then there was no it was an empty first class and mostly empty business class. A way to encourage customer loyalty to wow, that is ridiculous. In-flight service sucks, and flight attendants are pretty sour. Again, their employees not having the best reputation right there. A manifestation of crappy corporate culture post-merger. And he was talking about the merger, like I was talking about. Their flights cost more than their competitors. This is actually true. What's funny is they probably have some of the worst customer service with airlines, yet they're more expensive than most, and you can't upgrade with them. So take that as you may. They will drag you off your planes. I think that's happened before. I will probably get into that a little bit more. They are cutting in flight entertainments. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, I heard about that. Like the times I've been to, airports, they actually had movies, they had screens and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm glad they had that because, I have my DS and stuff like that. But, there's a point in time where if it's a 5 or 6 hour flight, then you're going to want to do some different things and rather than just sitting there, I tried to not go to the bathroom, so that was all good and dandy. Yeah, but they cut in-flight entertainment systems. That is crazy to me. If you want to have a good quality service, you don't want to get rid of innovation like this. That's ridiculous. And they are reducing seat space, which is ridiculous. I'm 6'2" and 260 right now, so reduced seat space, that's just gonna be one of those things that I want, of course it's gotta be a tight squeeze, but just give me something where I could work with, come on. And everyone is just mean. Every interaction just seems like no one wants to be there. Everyone is just mean. I fly Delta a lot, and everyone is all smiles there. Yeah, they always have a smile. That's part of their policy. They want you to make them fly them. United, not so much. And then he goes on and on and on about United. And United just has an overall reputation. Even somebody who flies like frequently with planes and stuff like that. And it seems that this person flies so much. He flies like on airlines that you probably never even heard of before. And if he says United is that bad with certain like qualities and stuff like that, then you're gonna have some issues there. So obviously that is a biased, perspective. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to TripAdvisor.com, and I'm gonna look up maybe 3 different ratings from each service. So we can go ahead and whether they're biased or non-biased, then we can go ahead and see what their reviews are. So we have like 50,000 reviews right here, and it looks like it's an overall 3, which is not that great. Legroom, well, they squeezed in the legroom. Seat comfort, like average. In-flight movies, right here. Cleanliness, like, probably a little bit higher than most. And food and beverage, just a 3. Just very, very average with all this stuff, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the ratings right here. So okay, please be more mindful. So he got like a 2-star right here. Even though the flight attendants were nice and attentive, I don't believe United Airlines is allowing full flights in the middle of a pandemic. And of course, this is 2020. Incompetent, this is December 2020. I don't fly United often and will avoid at all costs. Best words I could use is describe their boarding process is, oh my gosh, people were carrying on so much crap in them. They are struggling to find room for everyone's bags. It was a comedy if I haven't spoken to extra 4 class seats. Absolutely awful. Okay, incompetent. Is there a way to like go through random ones? We want to make sure we can get like a good one. Absolutely awful. Just 1 star, 1 star, 1 star. Like, golly. Here, let's keep going here. Let's try to find a 5-star, okay? Okay, there's a 5-star. Bad, 1 star. Very pleased with United Airlines flights to my home from Canada from Sydney. Very impressed with my United Airlines experience. Yeah, okay, so we found 1 star out of like maybe 10 of them so far. 1 star, 1 star, 1 star. Delay for 3 hours. Again, they're known for their delays. So yeah, like if I was a customer flying for the first time, I see all these 1 stars here, then like, okay, 2-star right here. Smooth Brains United. Obviously, this is a Gen Z right here. I love it. But yeah, but all I see is 1 stars here. And this is recents, so keep that in mind. So I found like 2, 4. Let's just keep going. 1 star, 1 star, 1 star. Golly, man. Just frequency all over the place. And then this is back at 2015. 2-star, 3-star, 1 star. There's a 5-star there. 4-star. Let's go over here. I wish that we could make this a little bit more bigger. 2-star, 5-star. Getting okay. So 5-star. This person gave this a 5-star because getting better. I'm a frequent flyer and traveler and many different airlines, and elite benefits matter to you. Then I recommend this carrier, at least for domestic purposes. So with their always improving fleet. So the reason why this got 5-star is because they're improving. That's funny because he/them, Mr. Michael right here, like gives them a 5-star because they're getting better. Now, if I'm giving them a 5-star, if they've done the best job that they have done, it's absolutely amazing. Their frequent flyer is a scam, okay? Like all this stuff right here, fly over 8,000 miles and charge me $700 for 20,000 miles. Like, what a sham. Very diminished service, performance, and scheduling. Like, out of all of these, I would say like about 70 or 80% of them are 1 or 2 stars. The worst. Terrible. Never on time. Their service are getting better, guys. 4 or 5 stars. Every time I see it, it's like they're getting better or improvement, unacceptable service. Okay? What else is there? Looky here. Most uncomfortable flight. Good service. They're improving, guys. No show. Oh my gosh, no show? Was traveling to Mexico myself, meeting up with some friends. Was supposed to get into designated at 12 in the afternoon, but the staff was a no-show. I missed a full day, and inclusive United gave me 100 vouchers I'd never use or nor never will. I missed a full day, never will. I only rather pay 200 and getting my destination on time. End up flying American Airlines. Amen to that. Value for money, 0. Good airline, not attractive. We frequent traveler program. Avoid. Golly. This is crazy. And what's interesting is that when there's as much excellent reviews of 10,000 5 stars, there is almost as much as 1 stars right here. So that kind of, if you have as much excellent reviews as terrible reviews, then that's definitely says something right to you right there. So yeah, United definitely has one of those reviews where it's just not the best, you know? Like, if I was a company, I overall will want to have it like at least a 4-star, you know? That's the best you can come up with, you know? It just helps you with algorithms and stuff like that. Alright, so now we've gone through some opinions of other people. Let's look at United Airlines horror stories you may not know about. Alright, so, you know, a man was violently handed or removed. There's no sugarcoating about the incident. Last month, United came under fire for refusing to allow 3 girls to board a flight because they were wearing leggings. Okay, that's weird. That's really weird, actually. Like, why would they do that? Like, dude, there's like, it doesn't matter what you wear. You could just go ahead and do it. Like, come on. Like, this isn't like ultra conservative, like, you know, Mennonite Amish like groups, airlines or something like that. Okay, so number 1, United Airlines employees forget to wake up a passenger. In 2010, a passenger sued the American Airlines for negligence, false imprisonment. What? An airline imprisoning a customer? And emotional distress after United employees failed to wake her after a flight. After cleaning crew woke her nearly 4 hours after the plane had landed. Whoa. The woman was detained on the plane until federal authorities determined she was... What the frick? That doesn't make any sense. Well, like, there's this one time when I flew, right? I actually was asleep, right? So, what's interesting... I think it was American Airlines, right? So American Airlines, when you like get up, you know, they do like the announcements. They like, you know, you hear people getting up, you know, like one of my friends tells me to wake up, you know, like I seen some flight attendants, you know, put their hand like on their shoulders, hey, like wake up, it's time to get off, and you know, they have their time and they honestly great customer service. Like, I loved what they did, you know, like. American Airlines, excellent job, you know. From the experiences I've had, it's really good, you know. But that's crazy. How is that even possible? Like 4 hours and they just let them stay there? That's crazy. Okay, when number 2, dog died after being in United's care. A golden retriever died suddenly after 2-flight journey on United. The dog's caretaker was told the dog's carrier would be able to fit on both planes. Since there was a layover, it didn't actually fit on the second plane. The dog, who was 7 years old, was in United for 20 hours. Later, the dog died. Oh my gosh. Caused by stress. Golly, man. So they actually they were very responsible for killing a dog. That is crazy. A teenage girl with autism. Oh my god. No. This is the last thing you need right here. 15-year-old with autism booted from United Airlines with the rest of her family after the plane had an emergency landing in 2015. Dude, that's dramatic, man. During the flight, the attendants were unsympathetic towards the girl's special needs, which included hot food, and paramedics and police were called by United employees. Authorities forced the family off the flight before they reached their destination. That is crazy. What the frick? When a 10-year-old flying with United was stranded at a major airport, and there was that one we just read about before, a little girl who was 10 years old, and she was just lost. A frantic call and all that. Number 5, when United cut its employees. Well, no wonder why the employees are pissed. Like, look, they don't want to be there because their pensions and their benefits were cut in half. Golly, that's crazy. Independent government agency was found to intervene in order to pay out $3 billion in benefits. Golly. Like, American Airlines just sucked. Not only for the passengers, but for their employees as well. That is crazy. But, wait, what's this thing right here? Oh, wait. What? Wait, so this is the epic meme, guys.
Pilots drive to Lulu? Can't they rent a car for the pilots and have
Wait,
a drive? No! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! No! Oh my guys! My god!
Guys.
What are you doing? No! This is wrong! Oh my god! Look at what you did to him! Oh my god!
Guys, I am shocked. I remembered that back in 2016, like, this was the company that actually dragged off that doctor, and that just showed so much memes out of it. Dude, that is insane. So wait, United did this. They beat up this guy, made him unconscious, like bleeding all over the place. This is what United is right here. United is this right here. In fact, I remember this. Didn't PewDiePie make a video about it? I totally forgot United did this. This is incredible. Like, guys, this is crazy.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
That is insane, guys. That is bizarre. Wow. So, that Asian doctor right there, Mr. David, I can't remember his name. So, he was flying United, right? Unbelievable. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy. All right, Business Insider. Yeah, it says here, American Airlines has a long history of infuriating customers. Here are its worst customer service incidents. Dude, that is insane. So they were responsible for that guy being dragged away, like bleeding all over the place. That is unacceptable, guys. Like, they were responsible for that meme. That is crazy. United Airlines can't stop shooting itself in the foot after it seems like American Airlines has recovered from the backlash of the infamous April 2017 incident dragged a customer off of a overbooked flight. The airline proceeded to kill a passenger's dog, like we just said before, and sent another pet dog to the wrong destination this week. Former has caused this customer to call for a boycott of the airline. Like, there's like freaking 20 boycotts on this airline. Like, I'm not surprised at this point. Over the past few years, the airline had a number of customer service problems and had kept the news for the wrong reasons. Threatening them is handling their pets. United can't seem to avoid controversy. It's a top-down culture, meaning the CEO and other leaders set the atmosphere for the rest of the employees. Dude, I just remembered. So the airline CEO, after the incident with the doctor, right? He said that basically it was the doctor's fault for not cooperating. So, like, the CEO of United Airlines is just straight up like President Shinra, man. Like, pure evil, like, waiting to blow up Sector 7 or something like that. Like, golly. The leadership has been pretty abysmal. Like, I can understand that. President Shinra just causing all these sort of shenanigans. President of the Airline Passenger Advisory Group, Travelers United, think the company's leadership has created a culture where employees are treated poorly, which we can obviously with their benefits and stuff like that. If they treat their airline employees well, the airline employees would treat the customers better. That is definitely true. Like, and it's obviously not it's definitely not an excuse for the employees treating their customers poorly, but it could definitely help out with that. That's why companies like UPS has like good relationships with the customers compared to the post office, right? Because they have some of the best benefits they can give towards their employees. Sure, it's really hard work, and you definitely see in the news, but hey, it's definitely provide for my family a good amount. 12 worst customer service moments, and then there's the doctor right there. The infamous 2017 incident, which included a United passenger, was forcibly dragged off of an overbooked flight. You know what? I'm going to send a link in the description box. It's going to be PewDiePie's video. It's pretty much all you need to know about that incident. So, yeah, United definitely is terrible. Insensitive response to the incident, which included public released company report called "The Passenger Disrupted and Belligerent." This is an evil company. Oh my gosh. No one should ever be mistreated this way, he said. I want to know that we take full response. Well, you have to say that after you call them belligerent. Golly. They killed a dog. Wow. They'll say they killed a dog. Okay. They actually flew a dog to Japan. We've seen that. It's always good to have several sources. It's just like your reports that you would have for school. It turned its employees' bonus system into a lottery. Yeah, again, with the bonuses and benefits and stuff like that. Benefits are really important for employees. Okay, I am in high support for benefits as long as the employee does a great job. They killed a rabbit. Who wanted to kill a rabbit, man? Look how cute it is, I mean, sure, rabbits taste good, but at least I don't see it, But who wants to kill this cute and fuzzy little being, He's so cute, Gives me flashbacks of Last of Us, man. Terrible PTSD. When it sold a toddler's seat to a passenger was forced to hold her 2-year-old son on her lap for 4 hours after his seat was sold by a standby passenger in July. United said the incident resulted in the child's boarding pass being improperly scanned. The airline later refunded the passenger her son's ticket. So how did that happen? How did it make it so that they sold the freaking toddler's seat? The airline approved to violate federal regulations that require children 2 years or older to have their own seat. So it didn't even matter. So it's not required for them to have a seat anyway, but it required them to have a seat. Dude, what the frick? Oh, what? They lost a rapper's dog. Rapper Schoolboy Q's. Why would you allow... They have a reputation of losing dogs and children now, aren't they? Literally some of the most precious things that we ever have in our entire lives. Bro. Imagine going to United Airlines and then suddenly Hammer of Justice and Susie just gets lost in the airport while I'm flying with them. Dude, I would be so pissed at them. You guys are idiots, United. How you put my dog on the wrong flight? I need answers. We want answers too, sir. Schoolboy Q. We need answers. When the infant was hot... Whoa... Infant became overheated on a flight on June and was eventually hospitalized after waiting for a tarmac for over 2 hours on a delayed flight. That's crazy. His mother was worried. Whoa. I never thought my son was... Bro. This never should have happened. American Airlines said, "We are profoundly sorry." What? Why did this happen? Like, I get freak accidents, but how did this happens over and over again? Was shoved an elderly whoa. When one of its employees shoved an elderly passenger to the ground. First, like, there's the blind guy, then there's like the veteran with brain damage, calling them, you know, I can't say because of the algorithm, but that, you know, like giving post-traumatic stress disorder to an autistic child. Like, this is crazy, man. A surveillance video from 2015 showed a United employee shoving a 71-year-old man on the ground. I remember this, actually. Like, bro, this is crazy. When one of its employees threatened to cancel a customer's ticket. Yep, I remember this too. Back in 2017. They threatened to cancel a ticket, and this went viral. Like, this was a crazy. There was like a yelling match, and the passenger was just like, okay, you know. The video does not reflect positive customer experience that we strive to offer. For that, we apologize. How many times is United going to apologize to people when we say enough is enough? Like, what the frick? And then, like, you just see, you know, you see United being like, you know, Mennonite Amish, like, ultra conservative whack jobs right here, not preventing someone to get into a flight because of their clothing. Like, what's up with that, you know? Dude, it doesn't matter. Refused to let female passengers on board on March from Denver to Minneapolis. This isn't even like a crazy, like, you know, a crazy country or whatever. It's freaking American soil where it doesn't matter what they're doing. Not because 3 of them were using a United employee's flight benefit. Whoa. So were not allowed to board, but the other 2 were not, because all 3 of them were using a United employee's flight benefits. So they were working for United, or they were like part of United. So this is not just a random passenger. This is like really important passengers, because either them or their families work for United for the benefits. Wow, that is unbelievable. If they're willing to do this to someone who's really close to United with like their families and stuff like that, imagine how they're going to treat their customers who just are flying for the first time. And it's probably stupid, because there's probably gonna be a dress code that says, you know, you can wear leggings, like officially in like the you know, the federal flight, you know, constitution. I forgot what it's called, but they have like their own laws and stuff like that. Okay, so next one right here. When the Bachelor became confused about its basic economy tickets. Again, they don't have the best pricing, because they say they have the worst customer service, yet they have more expensive tickets, which is very, very embarrassing. After being slammed after a puppy died. Wow. Crazy. This is insane. Like, they're evil, man. American Airlines is an evil corporation that takes advantage of their employees and disrupts customers. And they've killed dogs, they killed rabbits, they like practically had some people's lives in danger. And what's worse is, because of the beer bug, obviously a lot of these incidents are going to skyrocket, because hey, for the little airplanes / airlines that's going on right now, it's going to cause some incidents. And this is why I'm making this video right here, okay? Get this going. So this right here, family was kicked off United Airlines flight because of their 2-year-old refusing to have a face covering on. Got kicked off of the flight because our 2-year-old will not comply on putting on a mask. Unbelievable. Her family was kicked off a United Airlines flight after being unable to have the 2-year-old daughter keep a mask on. Airline had a policy where all passengers over 2 must wear a face covering during flights, which is absolutely stupid, because according to the World Health Organization, okay, so while the Center for Disease Control recommends that children over the age of 2 to wear a mask, the World Health Organization says that children under the age of 5 should be exempt, okay? Now listen, remember the difference between rules and guidelines, okay? We learned this from Pirates of the Caribbean. If you have a guideline that says that 5-year-olds don't have to wear a face covering, then it's all good. This right here is a completely over-exaggerated and even somewhat authoritarian type of viewpoint, having a 2-year-old wear a face covering. Have you ever tried to put a hat on a 2-year-old? Without a strap? Have you tried to put something on a 2-year-old where they don't want to wear it? They're not going to want to wear it, okay? I'm sorry. Like, you're going to United Airlines doesn't have a basic understanding of children where if they don't want to wear a hat, a face covering, or whatever, guess what? It's not going to happen, okay? The only way to do it is to make them force them to wear it. Even then, within the next 5 minutes, they're going to take it off anyway, okay? That's why you say nicely, hey, we're going to put this mask on because it's all right, okay? But no, United doesn't understand this, okay? What they should have done, and well, you know what's stupid about this too? Eventually, once they fly and they're going to get food, it doesn't matter because everyone's going to take off their face covering and go ahead and have to eat food, okay? They're going to take off their mask anyway. They're going to take off their fat mask anyway. So it doesn't even matter. They kicked out a 2-year-old and their family because she couldn't wear a mask. Just listen to the World Health Organization and just simply go for 5 years old. United Airlines are a bunch of authoritarian whack job Shinra grunts that are doing this to people. Like a 2-year-old with their mask on. Currently, all domestic airline customers request to wear masks. Okay, it's understandable. Most, like United, require the ages over 2. However, more like Delta, which states children under the age of 2 and children who cannot maintain the face covering are exempt from the mask requirements. A little bit of wiggle room for their policies. United should have had some more wiggle room, okay? They should have kept with World Health Organization because they literally fly all over the world in order to have this, okay? Like, we would not comply. See, Susie's mad about it. Here, in fact, we need to turn this on. There we go. We have a nice little speaker where every time if she barks, then it's going to make this weird noise. But, got kicked off of United because of a Denver to Newark. Because 2-year-old could not comply and keep her mask on. Here we go. Let's check out this video right here, okay?
We just got kicked off the flight because our 2-year-old would not put on a mask, and we tried. I mean, I'm going to put a video on. And they're sending all of our bags and Airlines car seat to New York. And we're banned off of United forever because a 2-year-old would not put on a mask.
This is insane. See, you can't. It's really hard to have a 2-year-old comply with that. Just follow WHO policy, United. You suck. Unbelievable. I don't blame the kid. I really don't. He's 2. Bro, I think that's French.
Please put away your carry-on items, including your large electronic devices like laptops. Feel free to keep using it.
Wow. Are you... She's 2. Bro. Oh, you didn't give him an opportunity. This is unacceptable.
This is compliance. I'm literally holding it over my daughter's face. This is compliance right here.
We can't force her. She's literally holding it and she's crying.
What a bunch of sleazeballs, man. What a bunch of schmucks.
Alright, let's go.
United Airlines is the most evil airline in the entire world. Despicable. Terrible. Hey, at least they're not dragging them out and beating them up and having them bleed like that doctor. At least they have a little bit of morals. They are banned for life. Do you know what you have to do in order to get banned for life or something? Like, you have to do something pretty serious, like cause like a freaking like uproar in like a plane, like maybe like 2 people die because of a stampede. Like, that's what you have to do in order to get banned for life. No, in order to get banned from United, just have a 2-year-old not wear a face covering. And you get banned, and then your stuff is like sent to New York. All their stuff. Unbelievable. Repeated attempts to cover the child's... They tried. They can't do anything about it. If the kid can't wear a mask, then she can't. Why? A man appears on flight attendants asks the family to grab the belongings and exit. Oh my gosh. Pushes back, saying he's been holding a mask on daughter's face with no avail. Golly, the spokesperson of Fortnite United Insider that investigate. Why are they investigating this? They have video evidence of this happening. So, in a statement sent to the Insider, United Airlines spokesperson said, "The health and safety of our employees and customers is the highest priority, which is why we have multi-layered sets of policies, including the mandating of everyone on board and 2 years or older wearing a mask. Follow the WHO guidelines, you complete and other despicable schmucks. These procedures are not only backed by guidance from the CDC. Be like Delta. Have some wiggle room right there, okay? If she doesn't comply and she refuses to wear it, okay, guess what? Like, you can't force somebody to wear a mask, man. Like, the only thing you could do is tell them to highly consider wearing a mask, okay? You can't force someone to wear a mask. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Added United for investigating this specific incident and has refunded families tickets and returned their luggage. Yeah, they shouldn't have gone away in the first place, dummy. The spokesperson also said that urbans are not banned from United Airlines. Well, at least that's good. At least that's good. Well, it doesn't... Dude, they said to them straight up that they're banned for life. Okay? If United Airlines did that to somebody, they're just doing it because of, like, complete and utter, this, like, inside, like, debauchery. Like, golly. They probably took pleasure in saying that. What a bunch of sleazeballs. I'm spinning my computer a lot right now. While I need to clean it because it's like, beer bug season. While the Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends that 2-year-olds of age or older should wear a mask, the World Health Organization, age 5, they should have followed this right here. World Health Organization, ages 5 years and under should not require to wear a mask. I actually agree with this policy a lot, okay? 5-year-olds, they're understanding. They actually, know, they can have an understanding of what's going on, Make sure everyone's safe. Like, United should have kept this policy right here. They are an airline. They travel all over the world. If they're in part of the world, they should follow with the World Health Organization, okay? Like, come on, people. This is just plain and utter stupidness. To date, United Airlines Alaska have been banned over 900 people refusing to comply with mask requirements, okay? Again, follow the policy with the World Health Organization. And it's even more stupid because guess what? They're going to take off their masks for eating food, going to the bathroom, all that stuff, okay? How many of these incidents are caused by toddlers is unclear. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So in conclusion, guys, don't fly United. They are evil. They are despicable. They take advantage of not only their customers, but also their employees. True scum of the earth. United, if you're watching this, I hope you dissipate because of your terrible customer service. Eventually, you will go bankrupt and shut down because people refuse to fly United. So guys, that's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be a long video probably. Just a rant here. For those of you who have Fly United, comment below on what's your experience with United. If it's good, let me know. If it's bad, let me know, okay? Make sure you go ahead to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Comment below on your experience with United. What do you think about all of this? Do you agree with United Airlines? If you do, why do you serve the great oligarchy that is the Shinra Incorporated company, and why are you brainwashed because of their education camps, And most importantly, what do you think of all this? I'm gonna link to a couple of things here. I'm going to link the video of the family getting kicked out of United with the 2-year-old. I'm also going to link PewDiePie's video as well. Just go ahead and check those out so you can get more coverage of the story, because this is pretty serious, okay? Especially with the holidays. I highly recommend not to fly United because stuff like this could happen to you, and I just want to make sure that you guys have the best Christmas that you can with this pandemic going on right now. Best advice right now I can give you is don't fly United because they are absolute monsters. But thank you guys for watching. God bless. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.